Oh, I've got sweat patches and everything. Great. It has been 3 weeks since I last uploaded a video, which is such a long time, and I did not mean to do that. I've just had so much go on and like adult boring shit that we don't want to talk about, but I'm coming back this week, baby. I want to film this video today, and then I also have a surprise pregnancy trope video I want to do. I've also got to film my review for A Court of Thorns and Roses because I did recently read that series, and then there's a couple of other videos I have planned that I want to film. But for my first video back, I just wanted something really chill, something really fun, something easy, and I just wanted to like sit down and catch up with you guys and I don't know, just get the ball rolling with filming again. So we're going to be talking about my favorite series today. I know I've done a video like this last year and the year prior, but I do like to do these types of videos yearly because, you know, sometimes I add some new ones into the mix. So with that all said, if you're new here, hello, how you going, Zal? Press the subscribe button before leaving. If you're not new and you're a subscriber that comes back regularly, how you going, Zal? How is life? Is life treating you well? I do have like a small little update. I will be opening up a second channel, which will be called More to Mary Vlogs. And as you can see from the banner, this will be like my more lifestyle channel. So when I do like my pregnancy videos, try on hauls for maternity wear, rants about being a mum, rants about being pregnant, all that stuff, it will go onto this channel. So if you are interested in subscribing, I'll leave the link down below because I will be keeping this channel strictly book related, baby gal. So all you book fiends out there that are here for the books and for me, don't worry, I'm not going to bombard you with too much pregnancy talk, okay? Okay. Now that that's all out of the way, let's get into it. I pulled all of these off my bookshelf just to show you. There's a lot. I'm going to have to put them all back, and that makes me sad because they were looking really good. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do for the YouTube. I'm going to start right here. So this book here is called The Book of Blackwell, 𝐒𝐿𝐿 Heathens, The Tales of Weeping Hollow by Nicole Fiorina. Now, the reason why I'm shoving this book into this video is because this is actually a series, but the other books haven't come out yet. Nicole is currently writing Bone Island, which will be the second installment, but this as a series, I already know, will be absolutely incredible because this book is everything and more. I shout this book out all the time because I think it deserves so much more hype. I don't see many people talking about it, and I'm just like, why not? It's actually incredible and it's amazing. So this is a witchy book, so you could call it like urban fantasy, paranormal, whatever you choose. So this young girl called Fallon used to get told bedtime stories by her nanny about a secret town, this mysterious town called Weeping Hollow. Throughout her whole childhood, she thought, this isn't a real place, until she starts getting letters from her grandpa in the mail, who actually lives in Weeping Hollow. She decides to go and find the town and moves in with her grandpa and stumbles across Julian, who is a hollow heathen. He's a man that is cursed and is kind of like the rebel of the town. And things kind of just blossom and bloom from there, baby. It's so good. The writing is beautiful. And even if you aren't into like witchy stuff, I highly suggest this book. I highly suggest the series because I just know deep down inside that Nicole is going to smash Bone Island. I believe that will be releasing, I'm assuming around fall this year. I just remember reading this and was like blown the fuck away because it was something so different. It pulled me out of a slump. It put me straight back into a new slump, and it was just something so different and beautiful, and the aesthetic, and Fallon and Julian, gorgeous. They're a gorgeous couple. Okay, next up we've got the Midnight Mayhem series by Amo Jones, of course. So we have, which one's which? This one. We've got In Peace Lies Havoc, In Fury Lies Mischief, In Silence She Screams, and currently Amo is writing In Chaos We Reign, which will be the 4th installment. So this series is something uber unique, okay? Obviously it's Amo, so everything that Amo writes is very unique and very dark. So this series is based around a sex circus type of situation. Think like American Horror Story. What's that season called? Freak Show? but make it like sexy. And there's kind of like cult vibes as well. It's something really cool. It's dark, of course, but it's brilliant. And this is a companion novel series. Each book is about a different couple. And this one is about a male-female relationship. So many books. This is the Ashes and Embers series by Carian. Now, before we get into me explaining this series, all of these books for me were like back-to-back, one sitting type of reads. Like I binged them. If I'm capable of doing that, the book is good and they're easy to read. So do not get like overwhelmed by looking at all these series and being like, that's a lot of books. Because I can tell you right now, you will be able to eat through these, like chew them up. Like you will inhale and you'll be done with all of them. So the Ashes and Ambers series is a companion novel series yet again. And each book is about a different couple. All these main heroes are a part of a band. They're all like rock stars. Don't get like cringy about it. Carian does it really well. I'm not a fan of like rock star romances, but this one is so good. I love Carian. I've done a whole author video to do with her because she's just so amazing. We've got like forced proximity. We've got like a marriage to convenience, a second chance, younger man, older woman, and we've also got like some BDSM in here as well. Like there's a mixture and they've all got different plots, different stories, and it's just really good, okay? So, Ashes and Ambers by Carian is where it's at. Then we have the Filthy Rich American series by Nikki Sloan. I love the size of these books. I read these so fast and so easy because they're not like big, fat, massive books. So this is like an arranged marriage trope. This girl gets married to this guy who is like a really like elite type of person in America, and he has lots of money and his family have like this really well-known business, and this heroine just has to adjust her lifestyle. This is crazy. So much shit goes on in this and you're just like, what the fuck? Like you totally did not see that coming, and it's just bingeable as fuck. Good smart, good plot. So this is definitely up there with like my favorites, obviously, that's why it's in the video. Next up, we have the Grip Trilogy by Kennedy Ryan. I was obsessed with this when I read it, like so obsessed to the point that I made like a whole dedicated video to the Grip Trilogy, okay? I know it came out a few years ago, but like, why have people stopped talking about it? It's so good. It's a interracial relationship between a white woman and a black man. It's very political, okay? There's a lot going on, but man, oh man, is their love story epic and just everything and more. It is. Listen to me, baby. It is. Angst is there. The slow burn is there. The drama is there. Grip and Bristol's relationship is just everything. Honestly, it's everything. And Grip's a rapper. Yes, bitch. So if you haven't read this, where have you been at? Honestly, like I don't think we actually can be friends if you haven't read this. Like if you haven't read any of these, what's wrong with you? Then we have the Stay With Me trilogy. Okay, first off, my favorite covers of all time, and you know what just makes me feel like so emotional about this series is when I found it in like early 2020, it had like barely any reviews. I'd never heard about Nicole, and now like this is in like Barnes and Nobles, and so many people have read this now, and I just remember being like one of those first few people that found it, and I found it at like 10:30 at night, and I didn't sleep for like 2 days because I read all 3 books. Stunning covers, honestly, like, hello, stop. So this is such a bingeable series, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be in this video, and it's just so addicting, and Ollie and Mia are literally fucking everything, okay? They're like the best couple ever. Mia is like a pretty damaged soul, okay? She's made some mistakes, and she ends up going to like this prison psych ward type of boarding school where she meets Ollie. I can't say anything else because it's just like so consuming. Like their love like reminds me of something just like so precious and rare. And I had never read anything like this before and still haven't, to be honest. And again, like look at this cover, stunning, beautiful. Then we have this, which I shout out all the time, but this is the Voya series by Fiona. Now this is just great, okay? taboo, smutty realness. We've got age gap, student teacher. We've got surprise pregnancy. We've got male, male, female. We've got age gap again. And it's based around like a sex club. Okay. Companion novel series yet again. And very similar to the Filthy Rich American series by Nikki Sloan. They're very thin books. Like they're not like over 350 pages. So you can read them so fast. I remember 2020. Take me back to 2020, you know what I mean? When I read all these, oh my God, like so much nostalgia is connected to this series, and in the next few years I will reread them. I need like some space. I need a couple of years between rereading because I just remember too much of the plot. But this is just everything. I love it, especially the surprise pregnancy trope in this series. The Elite Kings Club from Amo Jones. Oh my God. Of course, this is one of my favorites. You guys know it's one of my favorites. So this is kind of like a companion novel, all right? So the first 3 books of the Elite Kings Club are about Bishop and Madison. So Madison moves to this new town after her father? Her mother dies. Or her mother gets divorced. I cannot remember now. I need to reread. She moves to this new town. She goes to this new high school and she learns about the Elite Kings Club, which are a bunch of boys that are named the Elite Kings Club. And she doesn't really know much about them. And when you read the book, you don't really know much about them, but you learn about them. And they are like the most twisted alpha men you've ever read in a series. Like, I was kind of like, am I low-key attracted to this when I read about the Elite Kings boys? So yes, the first 3 books are about Bishop and Madison. The next 2 books are about Tilly and Nate, which are totally my favorite couple. So many people that read this series always skip over Tilly and Nate. And I remember bringing this up on Instagram like months and months ago saying like, they're my favorite and I feel like they don't get enough hype. And Emma actually messaged me and was like, it makes me really sad because so many people don't read Tilly and Nate, and they're one of her favorite couples too. Their story is really good. And then we have Saint and Brantley, and this is like a witchy, dark, like cult, like, oh my God, it's so good. I love this couple. And you get to see all your favorite characters from the previous books in the same storyline as well. And then the last installment, which was like very brief, that she released at the end of the year to wrap up the whole series, is called Ruined Castles, and it's kind of like touching base on Madison and Bishop again, just because there was some loose ends at the end of Santi Diabole. Fallen Men by Giana Darling. These are actually the girls. The original covers have the men on them, and these are special edition hardbacks that Giana actually sent to me when I found out I was pregnant and announced as like a gift, which I think is so sweet. So again, a companion novel series. My favorite is Welcome to the Dark Side. If you've read it, you understand why. But there's lessons in corruption, age gap, student teacher, Welcome to the Dark Side, age gap. Good Gone Bad, Cop and MC President's Daughter, age gap. After the Fall, student teacher yet again. Inked in Lies, Friends to Lovers, age gap. And Dead Man Walking, which is one of the most twisted ones out of the lot, age gap. Again, pretty taboo, pretty dark, pretty twisted, some knife play, things like that. I just love the Fallen Men. They're one of my favorites, and if you haven't read them before, again, what are you doing, bitch? Hate to be a bitch, but like, bitch, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, if you haven't read them, like, what are you doing? All right, another trilogy by Jessica Hawkins. So this is the Violent Delights trilogy. This is a cartel romance, and bitch, it is one of the best I've ever read. If only more people wrote cartel. They always do like American, Italian mafia or like Russian mafia. They never do the cartel, and I'm like, bitch, do the cartel. So it's about this girl. She loses her mother at a young age. She was killed by the bodyguard that was meant to be protecting them. And she ends up dating his younger brother in the future. And then he ends up strolling back into her life to work with her father. And she ends up having feelings for him. But she is in total denial that she has feelings for, one, her boyfriend's older brother. Two, the dude that highly likely and who she thinks murdered her mother. Would this actually be a favorite video if I didn't recommend Off Balance? I know I do it in almost every video, but it's because I get messages every day. Like literally, this morning I got a message from someone on Instagram and they were like, oh my god, I finally read it Off Balance because of you and I'm in love. And it's like, what? If you watch my videos and you haven't read it, I don't care about your moral compass. Give it a go, because so many people are so against this, but then they read it and they're like, fire. And I know. You know, it's taboo, coach, gymnast, you know, gymnastics, coach, young girl, coach is Russian, everything you want and need is in this series. So, a little shout out to that one. Lucky Last, Something in the Way by Jessica Hawkins yet again. So this is kind of like Balance, except it doesn't have the whole gymnastics thing, and the age gap isn't too big, and it's just kind of similar, alright? But it's so frustrating, and still to this day, I don't know if I love it or hate it, okay? This is one of those series that you read and you're like, why the fuck did I just read that? But also, wow, that was amazing. That's what this series is. So yeah, it's about this girl who ends up meeting this guy when she's really young. He's a construction worker across the road from her house, and there's an age gap, so he doesn't pursue her. So to stay in her life and to stay connected and have a friendship with her, he ends up dating her older sister. Like what? Like what? Could you imagine if the guy that you were in love with was dating your sister? And your sister knew? And he knew? If you want to get mad, like, I mean, if you want to get real mad, read this series. First one is just Something in the Way. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was honestly just like a recap of my favorite series. Tomorrow I'll be filming my surprise pregnancy trope video. So if you have any suggestions for surprise pregnancy books, please link them down below. I'll leave like a comment section and pin it at the top so we can just leave the suggestions in that thread. I can't remember a lot of them. I can't remember which books were surprise pregnancy, so I need a little bit of help. Just name some down below, okay? Great. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, which is More to Mary Vlogs, if you're interested in pregnancy and being pregnant and having a baby. Okay, cool. Alright, I hope you guys have a good day wherever you are. Thank you for watching. It means the world to me, and I'll see you in my next upload. Bye.